So there was a video of a strict interview in Japan from Takeshi in Japan that people are talking about recently. And in my opinion, when it comes to relationship and dating between two people, culture and generation mindset have a big effect on it. Japan culture is very unique to say the least. There are things that considered weak in a lot of countries, but not in Japan. And the whole new culture that was born from anime only make it worse. Combine it with the current generation mindset of not wanting and cannot afford to have a baby, plus the older generation mindset that make people view on relationship to have less value. They don't value a relationship as much as it was back in the day. To me, it seems that Japanese people view relationship as a mean to have a baby. So if you don't want to have a baby, why would you want to be in a relationship? You have dating game, anime and manga that could fill up your entire lifespan. So why go the trouble of needing another person present? Of course, there are some benefit of being in a relationship, but seeing the interview and the news about the whole Japanese society, I could see that people view relationship very much as a contract. You be there, you follow the term and service, you good, which is why Japan have a high rate of sexless marriage. People don't really want to be there, but they have to because in some way it is the society pressure of forcing you to get married, to have children and all that stuff. Of course, one important part is the mindset. It's not cheating if there is no feeling in it. Sounds very much like an excuse for a person to cheat. I have read enough hentai to see how ridiculous that idea was. I love my husband, but I also love getting railed by 10 different men. It's a very hard to swallow mindset. Of course, this go to men as well. And that idea is definitely not only in Japan, but in a lot of places in the world. Like right now, America is kind of having a similar problem. But it's not a very popular idea or one that many people agree with, because the general idea or if you're in your 20 and 30 raised from an okay marriage, the general idea that you are taught is that if you love someone, you would want to commit to that person for the rest of your life, right? You want to give that person more, you want to support that person to thick and thin and all that stuff in both physically and mentally. And this goes to both sides, by the way. A relationship is not 50-50, it's 100-100. When the idea that the cheater isn't really cheating because they have no feeling while performing the act of being intimate with someone else, it just doesn't make sense. Of course, I think because of the current generation mindset, right? People are changing from the past, because in the past, virginity is a must, right? So you must hold your virginity until marriage. And of course, in some way, people usually get married really young so they can have sex and all that stuff. But you can see how that changed, right? Back then, if you're not a virgin before you get married, you are considered a slut. But now, you don't really need to have all that stuff. People are more comfortable with someone with a body count. And of course, a really high body count is still considered to be bad, but a small one like one digit, maybe under 20, is still considered to be acceptable by many people. And when the people in the video saying that it's only cheating if you have feeling for the other person, so if I have feeling for someone else outside the relationship but doesn't have sex with them or any intimacy thing, does that make me a cheater? You can already see how flawed that idea was. Because of idea like that get thrown around like your mother, people just accept it because if they don't, they are in the loss. Why do I have to hold myself while you get to have all the fun? It is a very selfish idea in my opinion. And like I said, because they don't really treasure the relationship aspect in their life that much, they just be there with other person. The relationship is more. You don't just be there, you have to be there physically and mentally. And so many people just don't want to do that, but they want to be in a relationship. It's just weird. In the relationship, there is just a lot of aspect, nuance that you need to consider. No relationship is a black and white, right? So you cannot really base off a happy relationship on your own idea. A good relationship may be where the husband is happy with the wife sleeping around and all that stuff, or the reverse. Like I said, I cannot really agree with it because I have my own opinion on what a good relationship is, but to other people what a good relationship is may not be like mine, which is why I just have to agree with disagree, I guess. But yeah, is there a way to fix this problem? Well, in my opinion, no, because you need to change a whole generation mindset, and people mindset can be really difficult to change. So all you can do is just to educate the new generation to not have that messed up view about it. You cannot really do that because the effect of older generation on the younger, it will get passed around like your mother. It's just sad. Still, I think it is all about communication between two persons in that relationship. You need to let the other person know what you value in them and what you hope them not gonna do to hurt you, and what you're not gonna do to hurt them as well, and all that stuff. But of course, it never seems easy as it is. So I guess you just have to try your best, value the relationship as a really important thing in your life. I have a video that talk about marriage and relationship more in depth in the future. So subscribe and maybe you'll see it in next year. But yeah, I just really hate cheating in a relationship. I really despise it. It hurt me. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next one. Goodbye.